would like to request Dr. Samir Rohania to take over the session. Over to you, sir.
Yes, madam. I would say that let us wait for another 2-3 minutes and then I'll start the session. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so let us start, because otherwise we'll not be able to complete everything. So now what I'll do that already we have created these 4 charts over here: Gantt chart, peg bubble chart, Pareto chart, and waterfall chart. Now what I request you that if you want, you can save this file. Yeah, because we would like to create another one, or maybe let us do one thing. Let us create, let us use the same file for our second session also. Okay, that is also fine. So 4 charts are already there. Now let us create a new one. Yeah, so we go to this new sheet, that is sheet 5. You know, in my case it is sheet 5, and I think so I've already shared my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Okay, once again I'll share.
It's visible, sir.
Yeah, now it is fine.
Yes, sir, it's fine.
Okay. Okay, good. Great. So now in the same file, we have to create 2 more charts. Yeah, and then we'll be using those 2 charts to create our dashboard. Yeah, definitely we can also use these other 4 charts which we have already created. We can also put it in the dashboard, but let us create some fresh charts over here. So in this sheet 5, what I'll be doing, I'll be creating the chart. So let us start with it. First of all, let us drag the sales over here to the columns. Yeah, we drag the sales to the columns, and we drag the profit to the rows. Okay, so we have dragged the sales to the columns and profit to the rows. Yeah, so here we are getting this a small bubble. Yeah, so profit and sales. Yeah, now I would like to add more details over here. Okay, so what I do that now I select the category. Yeah, category, which is our first field. I put the category in the details area. Yeah, category in the details area. Okay. Okay. So category I'm putting in the details area. Then after putting the category, I drag the subcategory again in the details area. Okay, so I have first of all drag the category in the details area, then subcategory in the details area. So we are now getting more and more in this kind of small bubbles. Then I can drag the market to the details. Okay, market to the details. Then I can drag segment to the detail. Okay, just to make it a little bit more complex. Yeah, so I have selected category, subcategory, market, and segment, everything over here. Now, if we put, let's say, for example, if we see this particular bubble, then the category is furniture, market is Asia Pacific, segment is consumer, subcategories is chairs, profit is this much, sales is this much. Yeah. So likewise, we are able to see all this information for all the bubbles. Okay. So this is done. Now we would like to also create some kind of filters over here. Okay. So the first filter that I would like to create over here is the market filter. Okay. So I drag the market and put it in the filters area. Okay. Filters area. I drag the market and put it in this filters area. So then it will show me that, okay, select, if we want to have a specific selection, then we can select from, let's say, for example, if I want to select only Africa, then I can select only Africa and then I can click apply and okay. But currently I want to have all the markets. Okay. So we are having Africa, Asia Pacific, Europe, Latin America, and US, Canada. So I am selecting all. And then I click apply, okay. Yeah, so now my filter is here, but I'm not able to see my filter. Normally when I am able to see my filter on the right hand side. So if I want to see my filter on the right hand side, then in this filters area where I've selected this market, I click on this drop down arrow and then I select second option, that is show filter. Yeah, show filter. So now on the right hand side, you are able to see the market. Yeah, Africa, Asia Pacific, Europe, Latin America, and US, Canada. Okay, so this is your market. Now the second filter which I would like to create is the category filter. Here you can see that already I have put the category in the details area, but let me also put the category in the filter area. So I drag this filter category and put it in the filters area. Now here there are three categories: furniture, office supplies, and technology. I want to have all the three. Yeah, by default it is all selected. I click apply and okay. Yeah, but still I'm not able to see anything on the right hand side. So what I do, I go to category, drop down arrow, and I select the second option, that is show filter. Yeah. So here I am able to get the two filters, category as well as the market. Yeah, I hope that this is clear. Yeah, I have put this market and category in the filter section. Then if I want to see these filters on the right hand side, then I click on one of these filter and then I select show filter. Okay, then only I am able to see these filters on the right hand side. Good. So this is one of the chart over here. Yeah, here we can also play with it, like if you want to play, if I want to see the furniture only category, then here I'm able to see the furniture category, but all the market. Now instead of having all the market, if I want to see only the Africa, then I can see only Africa and the furniture segment. Yeah, I can then add more also. I can go for Asia Pacific or Europe, include Latin America, and as soon as I select US, Canada, it means that all the market are selected. Okay. So currently I am again selecting all the categories as well as all the market. Yeah, but you can play with this filter very well. So this is your one of the visualization. Yeah. If you want to name the sheet, then you can name the sheet, that is sales versus profit. Yeah, you can give any other name also, but I'm just giving a simple name, sales versus profit. So this is your sheet 5. Yeah. Now let us create one more sheet. Yeah, one more visualization. So we click on the next sheet. Yeah. Now here, what I do, I drag the sales. First of all, I drag the sales and put it in the columns. Yeah, I drag the sales in the measures area and put it in the sales, so put it in the columns area, sorry. And then I drag the category and put it in the rows. Okay, drag the category and put it in the rows. So here we are able to see the 3 categories on the left hand side, and then we are able to see the sales, okay, of each of this category. So this is a very simple bar graph. Okay, now here also I would like to create a I would say I would okay, now let us put a market also over here. I drag the market and put it over here in the rows. Okay, in the rows. Now here you can see that in the visualization, sorry, we are having first of all the category and second one is the market. I can also reverse it. First of all, I can put the market and then the category. So I can just drag this category and put it over here after the market. So now it is changed. Yeah. So now first of all, I'm having the market and then this is the category. So this looks a little bit better. Yeah. So market and category, I put it in the rows and then we are having the sum of sales. Okay. Now, if I want to also, instead of having these kind of thing, if I want to have some color effect, yeah, if I want to have the color effect, then let us select the profit. Yeah, below you can see we are having the profit in the measures area and we put it in the color. Yeah, profit, we put it in the color. So now here we are able to see the different shades. Yeah, which is based on the profit. So this is our darkest blue color and it is having the highest profit. Yeah, followed by this one, then this one, and then this is the lightest one, that is furniture from Africa region. It is having the lowest profit. Yeah. And if you want to change this color shade, definitely, as you know that on the right hand side, we click on this drop down arrow and then we click on edit colors. And from here, you can change the colors also. Yeah. So this is one thing. We are having market, category, and these different shades of colors based on the profit. Now here also, I would like to create a filter. So I've already taken market over here on the rows. So I drag this market and put it in the filters area. Okay, I drag the market and put it in the filters area. Again, it is showing me all the 5 markets. Yes, I want all the 5 markets to be done. I click on apply. Okay. So now you can see that in the filters area, we are having the market. But again, on the right hand side, we are not able to see that filter. So I click the drop down arrow and then click show filter. Okay. Click show filter. So this is our market filter. Okay. Now sheet 6 below, we are having this sheet 6. Instead of sheet 6, we can just write down maybe market and category wise sales. Okay, just a very simple name, market and category wise sales. Okay, so this is our sheet 6. Okay, we have already created this 5th sheet, that is sales versus profit, and this is our 6th sheet. Yeah, so we have created 2 simple sheets. Now we would like to create a dashboard over here. I hope that everybody is with me. Yeah. Okay. Okay, now let us create the dashboard. So to create the dashboard, below where we are having all these sheet names, there we are having this symbol of a matrix. Yeah, the symbol of a matrix, you can see my pointer. So that is known as a dashboard. Yeah, the symbol of a matrix. Yeah, so we click on it. Yeah, we click on it, and then here this is our dashboard, a blank dashboard. Yeah. Now in this blank dashboard, first of all, if you see on the left hand side, then it is showing us the dashboard, whether it is default or phone. Now normally, whatever, if we create this dashboard for a desktop, definitely when we want to have the same thing on the phone, then the layout has to be changed. Okay, so currently it is showing us the preview for the normal desktop, but if I click on phone, then you can see that this is the area where I can put the different sheets over here. Yeah, and normally now what is a dashboard? We all know that dashboard is a one place where we keep at least 3 to 4 or 5, yeah, depending upon the space that we have. We put those visualizations in that one particular place, so that it becomes very easy for maybe our colleagues or our top official to understand the whole story out of it. Yeah, so in one sheet only we are able to get a lot of information out of it. So that's why we are creating a dashboard. Up till now, whatever we have done, we have created all the single charts in the different sheets. But now we will be putting some of the sheets over here in this one area only. So currently I've selected phone, but instead of phone, I go for default. Yeah. Now below it is showing us the size. So in the size, if I click on it, it is giving me first of all a range. If I click on range, then there also we are having 3 options: fixed size, automatic, and range. Now let me select automatic. Okay, let me select automatic, and it says that the dashboard will resize to fit any screen it is displayed on. Okay, so I don't have to worry about whether it is this or another layout or not. So I select automatic over here in the size. Now below, I'm having all these sheets. Yeah, whatever we have created up till now: Gantt chart, PAC Purple chart, Pareto, waterfall, sales versus profit, and market and category wise sales. Okay, so these are our 6 charts. Okay, now in this example, let us first of all focus on these last 2 charts only: sales versus profit and the market and category wise sales. Okay, we'll be using the last 2 charts only over here in the dashboard. Now, after the sheets, if you see below, we are having the objects on the left hand side. We are having horizontal, vertical, text, image, web page, blank, navigation, export, extension, etc. Okay, so we'll be using some of the things over here to create a dashboard. Then below, we are having the tiled and floating. Yeah, tiled and floating. And then we are having the last one, and that is known as show dashboard title. Now show dashboard title, that I'll be telling you later on. But over here, first of all, what is the difference between tiled and floating? Okay, so by default, the tiled is selected. Yeah, here you are able to see that it is dark in color. So tiled is selected. Now, first of all, I'll show you what is the, so what do you mean by tiled? And then I'll show you the floating. Okay, so here this is our area where we can create the dashboard. Yeah, so first of all, what we do, we select this sales versus profit chart on the left hand side. Yeah, we select this sales versus profit chart, and we drag it over here in this center area. Just drag it. Okay, so what I've done, that I've selected this, I've clicked this sales versus profit and drag it over here. That's all. Drag it in this main area. So this is our sales versus profit chart. Okay, one chart. Now, as you know that definitely dashboard doesn't contain one chart only, it contains minimum 2 to 3 charts. Okay, so now I would like to select the 6th chart over here on the left hand side, that is known as market and category wise sales. So now I select this marketing category by sales chart. And then when I come in the center area, you can see that it is showing me that where I can place this chart. Okay, I can place on the left hand side of this sales versus profit chart, or on the top, or on the right hand side, or on the or in the bottom. Okay, so if I drag this one, you can see that it is showing me 4 different places: left, top, right, and bottom. Okay, now I want to place this marketing category by sales in the bottom area. So this is showing me the bottom area. I release my button. Yeah. So now I'm able to see the second chart also. This is my first chart and this is my second chart. Okay. So in case of tiled, yeah, now I'm coming back to this topic, that is tiled. Okay, so tiled, what happens that you are having a fixed position for all the charts. Yeah, either you can keep it left or right, or yeah, top and bottom. So there is some fixed position. Now let me show you floating. Okay, now if you want to do with me, you can do with me. So what I do that I remove this second chart. Yeah, this is my second chart. I remove it. Okay, so now I'm having only one chart, that is sales versus profit. Currently the here the tiled is selected. Now instead of tiled, I click floating. Yeah, instead of tiled, on the left hand side I click floating. So now my floating is selected. Now if I want to have this market and category wise sales over here, then I select this chart, the 6th chart, and I drag it over here. Now you can see that this is the area. Yeah, so I can put this 6th chart anywhere in this area. Yeah, this is what I mean by a floating. Yeah, in case of tiled, you must have seen that either I can put it on the left hand side, top, bottom, or right hand side. But here I can say, for example, I drag it over here. Yeah, so in this small area only, I'm able to get this second chart. Yeah, I can put it somewhere over here also, wherever. Yeah, wherever it is possible, or wherever I like it, I can drag it over here. Yeah, and I can also definitely increase the size like this. Yeah, if I want to put it on the top of another chart, I can do like that also. Okay, so this is what I mean by the floating. So floating means I can keep it anywhere. Yeah, I'm having a lot of flexibility over here. So sometimes this is a very good feature. Yeah, so this is what I mean by floating. Now let us remove this floating chart. Yeah, so I'm back with my original one, that is sales versus profit. Now instead of floating, let me go back to tiled. Yeah, I'm going back to tiled, and now I'm selecting the market and category chart again, and I'm putting it in the bottom, as I did said before that. Yeah, I'm putting it at the bottom. So again, I'm having the tiled option. Yeah, on the top I'm having the sales versus profit, on the bottom I'm having the category, market and category by sales. Okay, so this is done. Now here in this second chart, you're able to see that here I have to use this scroll bar. Yeah, because in the same area I'm not able to see all the bars. Okay, so if this is the problem, and if you want to see all the bars together, yeah, you want to see the whole chart as it is in one shot, then above over here, yeah, we are having this option of standard. Yeah, standard. If you click on standard above, then we are having standard, fit width, and fit height, and entire view. I click on entire view. Yeah, I click on entire view. Now I'm able to see the whole chart over here. Yeah, by selecting this entire view over here. Yeah, and already this chart is selected. This is important. This chart has to be selected. The bottom chart has to be selected, and then you click on entire view. So now you are able to see the things over here. Yeah. So my two charts are ready. This is one of my simple dashboard. Now on the right hand side, if you can see these filters, okay. So filters, we are having first of all the category filter and the market filter. Now these two filters are for this chart, that is sales versus profit chart. And then we are having this market filter, the second market filter. This is for the bottom chart, that is the market and category by sales. So if I, in the category, say for example, if I click furniture, yeah, in the category, if I click furniture, then only this chart is changing. Okay. In the first market filter, if I click on Africa, say for example, okay, then it is only giving the effect on this top chart, not this bottom one. Okay, because this particular filter, that is the market filter, the first market filter, this is applicable or this is connected only with this particular chart, the top chart. Now the bottom market filter or the second one, instead of in the markets, the second market filter, I select Africa and Asia Pacific. Yeah. So it is changing this second chart over here. Yeah. So the first two filters are affecting the first chart, the top chart, and this third filter is affecting the second chart or the bottom chart. Now, if I want to have, instead of these two filters of market, if I want to have only one market filter, yeah, because here it is a little bit confusing why I should have two market filter. I can have also one market filter. So if I want to have one market filter or common market filter for both the charts, then what we have to do is that we have to click this first market filter. Yeah, now this is important step. We select this first market filter, and then here we have this more options button. Yeah, this drop down arrow where we have this more options. We click on it. Yeah, we click on it, and then we have the second option, apply to worksheets. Yeah, apply to worksheets. Now here we have these options. Currently only this sheet option is selected. Instead of that, we select the first one, that is all using related data sources. The first option, we click this first option. Yes, now as soon as you see we have selected this first option, now you can see that this filter, that is the market filter, is connected with this one. Okay. Now see, if I do any selection in the second market filter, yeah, that is Asia Pacific, then the first market filter is also showing us both the options. Yeah. So now instead of having these two market filters, what I do, I remove the second market filter from here. I remove it. Yeah. So now I'm having only one market filter, which is affecting both the charts. Okay. If I click on Europe, Latin America, yeah, US, Canada. So both the charts are getting affected with this market filter. So I hope that this is clear. Yeah, we have to go to this more options, and then we have to click this apply to worksheet, and then we have to select the all using related data sources. This we have to select. So this is one. Now, still you can see that this category filter, if we come to this category filter, if I click on furniture, it is showing me furniture. But if I click on office supplies or technology, or if I simply just select office supplies only, then this filter, it is still affecting only the first chart. Yeah, it is not affecting the second chart. So here also, again, we can connect this same filter to both the charts. So in this category filter, I click on more options over here. Yeah, go to apply to worksheets. And then I select the first one, that is all using related data sources. Yeah. Now you see the effect that in currently in category filter, office supplies is selected. So here in the second chart also you can see that all the office supplies categories are selected and all the markets are selected. Okay. And now if I click on Africa, say for example, okay, so Africa is the market and category is the office supplies. So here both these filters are now affecting both these charts. Okay, in the second chart you can see that the category is office supplies and the market is Africa. Here also all these bubbles, if you put your pointer over here, then we are having the office supplies in Africa everywhere. Yeah, just the segment and the subcategory is changing over here. Yeah. So this is how we can connect the filter to 2 or 3 different charts in the same dashboard. Okay. Okay, no one has said about this feature in the previous session. Yeah, that's why I'm covering this thing in this session. So thank you very much for letting me this thing. But this is very important thing. Yeah. Now maybe I'll show you one more thing. Because now as you have highlighted this thing, let me okay, now let us come back. Please come back to this sales versus profit chart. Yeah, sales versus profit chart. Now here we have put the 2 filters, market and category. Okay, market and category. Now in this filters area, I would like to create the third filter also. Okay, I would like to create the third filter also, and that third filter is subcategory. Yeah, so I click this subcategory and I put it in the filters area. Okay, I click this subcategory and put it in the filters area. I select all the subcategories. Yes, I want all the subcategories. I apply and OK. Yeah, and now if I want to show this filter over here on the right hand side, then I click on subcategory and show filter. Okay, subcategory and show filter. Okay, currently I'm selecting all the categories. Yeah, you can also do with me that you select all the market, all the category. Yeah, and all the subcategories. You select everything. Yeah, all the subcategories, categories, and market. Everything is selected. Okay, so I've created this 3 filters over here. Now I go back to the dashboard. Okay, dashboard. Now here, as you can see that I'm not able to see my subcategory filter. Okay, subcategory filter. So to get that subcategory filter over here, yeah, currently we are able to see only the category filter and market filter, but here the subcategory filter is not here. If we go to our original chart, in original chart we are having the subcategory filter. We have created this one, but in the dashboard currently it is not showing us. So to get that subcategory filter over here in the dashboard, then we select that chart where that subcategory filter is there. We go to this more options. Yeah, more options. We go to filters. Yeah, more options. Then we go to filters. And then in the filters, I select subcategory. Yeah, I select subcategory. So now you can see that the subcategory filter has appeared. Okay, the subcategory filter has appeared. Now, the important point. Okay, currently, if I select furniture, yeah, in the category, if I select furniture, yeah, then okay, it is getting filtered over here in both the charts. Yeah, market and category, that is fine. But now see, there is what I would like to say that for a particular category, there are some subcategories which are attached to it. Okay. So say for example, let me show you this thing that is okay, let me do one thing. So what I'm telling you that here, whenever I'm selecting the furniture category, now in the furniture category, say there are some subcategories. Then in the office supplies category, there are some subcategories, specific subcategories. And in the technology category, there are also some specific subcategories. Now currently what you are able to see that whenever I'm selecting this category furniture, then in the subcategory filter, I'm able to see all the subcategories. I'm not able to see the subcategories which are related with the furniture category. Or if I, instead of furniture, if I click on office supplies category, then here again in the subcategory, I'm able to see all the subcategories, and I'm not able to see the subcategories which are only related to the office supplies category. I hope that that thing is clear. Yeah. Now, if you want to do this thing, yeah, that whenever I click furniture category, then I should see only those subcategories which are related with the furniture category. So to do that thing, I go to the subcategory area, yeah, and I click on more options, yeah, and I click over here. There are these two things, that is only relevant values and all values in database. I click only relevant values. Okay, only relevant values. Now you see the things, it is different. When this office supplies is selected in the category field, this much subcategories are there which are associated with office supplies category. If I click on furniture only, say for example, furniture category, then I'm able to see only those values of say subcategory values which are related to the category field furniture. Instead of furniture, if I select technology, then here the subcategories which I'm able to see, that is accessories, copiers, machines and phones, these are only related with the technology category. So this makes little bit easier also. Okay, so that people are very clear that okay, in technology category only these subcategories are available. Now if I click more categories, then definitely this list is going to increase. Okay, but if I click on furniture category, then it is showing me only this bookcases, chairs, furnishings and tables subcategories. Okay, so this makes little bit different. Okay, so this is how we can create a simple dashboard. Okay, now kindly repeat how to add the subcategory filter. Okay, so subcategory filter, I am removing it from here. Now if I want to add this subcategory filter in the dashboard, then we have to select this first chart, that is the top chart, that is sales versus profit. We go on the right hand side, that is more options. Over here, the drop down arrow, then we go below and we go to the filters area, and then in the filters we go to the subcategory. We select the subcategory. So now we are able to get the subcategory filter over here. Yeah, so this is how you can add the subcategory filter. Okay, okay. Now likewise, I will show you one more thing. Let us create another, sorry, not this one, but okay. Now this, we have created a dashboard. Yeah, and now here, let me show you one thing, that is where we are having this tiled and floating below. yeah, on the left hand side below, where we are having this tiled and floating, we are having this last option that is known as show dashboard title. Yeah, currently you can see that I'm having this titles, that is sales versus profit. This is the title for this particular chart, the top chart, and then we are having this market and category wise sales. This title is for the second chart. Yeah, but okay, we can add the subcategory filter in the dashboard without creating in the sales versus profit sheet. Yes, let us see. I can show you in sales versus profit. See, let us do one thing. Let us remove this thing, the subcategory filter from the main chart, that is sales versus profit. Now let us go back to the dashboard one. Yes, still we are having this thing. Okay, we are still having the subcategory filter. Even if I remove this subcategory filter, let me remove the subcategory filter from the dashboard. Now, if I go to this, if I go to the first sheet, and if I click on more options, I go to filters, and again, here still I'm able to see the subcategories. Okay, I can also add segment also. Yeah, I click on subcategory, and I'm able to get the filter. Okay, even though this subcategory filter is not available on this our main chart, yeah, but automatically now you can see the important thing. In dashboard, I added this subcategory filter for this chart one. If I go back to the sales versus profit, here that category, the subcategory filter is now available. Okay, so now this is very, very important point. Okay, whatever I do the changes in this dashboard, accordingly the individual charts will also get changed. Okay, now what I mean that, say for example, in this category filter, in this dashboard, in this category filter, I've selected furniture. Okay, only furniture. And in market, let me select only Africa. Yeah, only Africa. So category is furniture and market is Africa. Now if I go back to the sales versus profit chart, here also it is showing me Africa, that is the market, and the category is furniture. Okay, now if in this sheet, the normal, the main sheet, if I also select office supplies along with furniture, yeah, in the category I select furniture and office supplies, and then if I go back to the dashboard, my dashboard has now changed. So whatever you do the changes in the sheet, that gets reflected in the dashboard, and whatever you do the changes in the dashboard, that gets reflected in your individual sheets. So they are all connected with each other. Okay, that is a very important point for all of you. Yeah, that this gets connected. This is, so even if you do some changes, like here we created this subcategory filter, though it was not available in the main sheet, but then when we come back to the main sheet, here now you can see that the subcategory filter is already there in the filter section. Only here we are not able to see it, but if you want to see it, we can just show filter and we are able to get the subcategory field. Okay, so I hope that I am able to give you the answer. Yeah, good. So now this is our, yeah, I was talking about the title. Yeah, so this is our first title for the sales versus profit. This is the title for the first sheet or first visualization, the top visualization. Then we are having the market and category wise sales. This is the title for the second visualization. Now if we want to have a main title for this dashboard, okay, let us, if we want to create a main title for this dashboard, then here where we are having this tiled and floating on the left hand bottom corner, we are having this show dashboard title option. So we click on it, show dashboard title, We select it. Yeah, we select it, and then now you can see that we are having the main title. So if I double click on it, now here I can change the name. Yeah, so I can write down that, say for example, if I want to mention that this is the dashboard for the Global Superstore 2016, then here I can write down dashboard for Global Superstore 2016. Yeah, this is my title, the main title for the dashboard. I make it bold, I make it in the center. Yeah, if I want to change the font, it's fine. Yeah, I apply, okay. Now you can see that I'm having this title. Yeah, this is my title for the main title for the dashboard. Okay. Now here, before I go for the further thing, if you want to change the formatting for this dashboard, okay, then on the top, if you can see where we are having this file, data, worksheet, dashboard, story, map, format, window, etc. We click on this dashboard option or say dashboard tab. We click on it, dashboard, and then here we are having this format option. Yeah, we go to the dashboard on the top, and then we click on format. Okay, so on the left hand side, now we are getting the formatting for the overall dashboard. Okay, not individual sheet, but overall dashboard. So here we can do the dashboard shading, then dashboard title. If we want to change, this is our dashboard title. Then if we want to change the worksheet titles also, then text box, text object I'll take in the say after this thing. So what do I mean by text object? Yeah, so I can change, say for example, dashboard shading. If I want to do some kind of shading, yeah, so this is my shading, little bit of background shading, I can do it. Yeah, then dashboard title also, if I want to do some shading for the dashboard title, so this is my dashboard title, the main title. Yeah, so this I'm putting some shading over here. Then worksheet title, if I want to do some shading, yeah, so it's not basically a shading, it is just coloring this fonts. Yeah, so this is sales versus profit, now it has become green in color. Yeah, if I want to have some border, yeah, that is border for the main title. Yeah, so likewise I can do this normal formatting for this dashboard. Yeah, you can definitely later on check all these things. So this is our one kind of a dashboard where we have put the two sheets over here, that is sales versus profit and the market and category wise sales. Now, before we go for the stories, this is the last topic. Let us create one more dashboard, a very simple dashboard. And I would like to show you something else over here. So let us go to the next dashboard. We create another dashboard. So we click on this the option of dashboard. Yeah, this is our first dashboard. Now I'm creating another dashboard. Yeah, and on the left hand side where we are having the size. Yeah, the size, instead of range, I go for automatic so that I can have more space over here. Yeah, this is more space. Now on in the objects area on the left hand side, you can see below we are having the different objects. Now let's say for example I want to put some image over here. Yeah, so I drag this image icon. Yeah, on the objects area I drag the image icon and I put it over here. Okay, so I have to choose the image which I want to place it over here. So I'm already this is just for my thing that I'm selecting one image of Tableau dashboard. Yeah. So I've already selected. The options is fit image or center image. Let me click on fit image. Yeah. If I want to put some alternate text or something like that, it's fine. Or some URL, if someone clicks on it, then it goes to some website. That also, if I want to do it, I can put this target URL over here, but I'm not doing it anything over here. I simply click and OK, apply and OK. Yeah. So here, this is a very simple image of a dashboard, Tableau dashboard. Yeah. So we have not created it, but just have used an image. So this is one image. Yeah, this is how we can put an image over here. Now, what I would like to do is that I would like to also use this web page icon on in this objects area. Yeah, in this objects area, there is also one icon for the web page. So I drag this web page and I put it in the bottom area. Yeah, over here in the bottom area. So as soon as I drag this web page over here on the main area, the center area, now it is asking me the URL. Okay, so say for example, if I want to show the Tableau website over here, so simply I write down tableau.com. Okay, tableau.com, or any website you want to add, you want to show it over here. So simply I write down tableau.com and I click OK. Yeah. So here below you can see that I'm having the Tableau website over here. Yeah. Now as soon as I place this web page over here, you can see that now on the top in the top area, this image, the size of this image has decreased, and here on the right hand side there is a blank area. Yeah, there is a lot of blank space. Okay. So what you have to do is that in this blank space, if you want to reduce this blank space, yeah, you can also do one thing, that in this objects area, yeah, we are having this blank button. Yeah, in this objects area we are having this blank button. So select that blank button and put it over here on the right hand side in this blank area. Yeah, just drag it. So now what has happened, that this this image that has been cut, and now it is within this particular container, and now we are having another blank container. Yeah, one blank container over here. Now in this blank container, I can select any of this chart which we have already created. Say for example, if I put this Pareto chart over here, I select this Pareto chart. Now currently it is showing me, okay, whether I can put it on the left hand side, top, right hand side, bottom. Let me put it on the left hand side, say for example. Okay, I put it on the left hand side. Now still here there is some space. Yeah, so I select that space, I select this blank space, and then I delete it. Yeah, I delete it, select the space and I delete it. So now you can see that my Pareto chart is now having a good size. Yeah, I'm able to see it very well. So I'm having one image, then this is our chart that we have already created, and on the right hand, sorry, in the bottom area, we are having the Tableau website. Okay. So this is how we can create this kind of dashboard also. Okay, website and image and some chart. Yeah. Now let us create one third dashboard, the last one over here, and then we'll shift to the stories. So I hope that everybody is with me. Yeah, I'm not too fast for everybody. Yeah. Maybe other people can just give their comment so that I know that you are all awake. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Thank you. Because in this online session, I cannot see all of you. You can definitely see me, but I cannot see all of you. So normally I also share some videos, some funny videos in my my normal webinars, but currently we are having a lot of things to do, so I'll not do that thing. But yes, so whenever we are going for a practical session, yes, we require a lot of concentration, and after now almost like we are connected for almost like 2.5 hours. Yes, so it is a little bit difficult, but I'll make this session as simple as possible. Yeah, so thank you for all your feedback. Now let us continue. So now I would like to show you these two things. That is the objects. In this objects area, we are having the horizontal and the vertical. Yeah, what is this all about? So we create another dashboard. So we create another dashboard over here. That is the third dashboard. And in the size, again, I select automatic in the size. So I'm having a large area over here. Now, before I go to the third dashboard, let me come back to the first dashboard. Okay, I want to show you some difference. So currently what is over here, that this first sheet and the second sheet. Okay, now if I increase my these filters on the right hand side, yeah, you can see that currently this sheet, this first sheet and the second sheet, their size is remaining same. Yeah, this is the fixed size of this sheet 1 and this is the fixed size of sheet 2. So even if I just select, say for example, Africa only, yeah, Africa, I'm able to see this bars very clearly. But if I click all in the market, then these bars are very small, and then I'm not able to see that much clearly this thing. Okay, so and plus the size of both the sheets are same in a normal dashboard. Now let us go back to the third dashboard, where we'll be using a kind of a flexible system. So here in this objects area, we have this horizontal and vertical. Yeah. Now let me show you the vertical one. Even if you use horizontal, it is having the same effect. Okay. So first of all, what we do, that we select this vertical icon from the objects area. We select the vertical icon and we drag it over here in the center. Okay, select the vertical icon and drag it in the center area. Okay. So this is our this is our container. Okay, it is a vertical container, you can see. Yeah. Okay, I'll come back to this point. So this is one thing. Yeah. Now what I do, that I now select the same chart which we selected in this dashboard 1. So first of all, we select the sales versus profit over here. Yeah, we drag it over here, the sales versus profit, and then we are keeping this tiled option only. And now we are selecting the second one, that is market and category wise. Yeah. Now you can see over here, whenever I'm selecting this market and category, yeah, here also you can see that this border, yeah, it is little bit sometimes thinner also. Yeah. So I want to put it in the bottom. So let me put it over here in the bottom, the second chart as usual over here, as we have done it in the dashboard 1. Yeah. Now here, let me remove these subcategories. Okay, I'm focusing on category and market. Now in this second chart, the bottom chart, currently I'm not able to see all the bars, so I have to scroll down. So what we have done, we go to this upper button, that is standard. Instead of standard, I click entire view. Okay, I click entire view. So now this is entire view. I'm able to see in the second chart. Now you see the effect. In category, instead of all category, I select furniture. Okay, I select furniture. Then I select office supplies. Okay, then I select technology. Okay, so instead of market, instead of I select Africa. Yeah, then I select the Asia Pacific, Europe, likewise. Okay, so normally what happens that currently, let me do one thing more. Just give me a minute. Okay, okay. Now this is the thing. So what you can do, one thing that you can remove everything. Yeah. Just remove everything. Just remove the container, everything. We are starting from the blank. Yeah. Now, yeah, everybody is with me. Yeah. So now we are dragging this vertical container again over here. Vertical container again over here. Now I'm dragging the sales versus profit in the center area. So this is my sales versus profit. Now important step is that when I select this second visualization, that is market and category wise. Yeah. Now if I want to put it in the bottom, now you can see my screen that there is a very small patch of that dark area, that is the gray area. Yeah, you should be able to see that one. Yeah, at the bottom, because I want to put it in the bottom. This is my left hand side, top, right, and bottom. Yeah. Now normally in this say when we were putting this same chart in the dashboard one, then we were having a say a bigger this gray portion, but currently we are able to see only a small patch of the gray portion in the bottom because I want to put it in the bottom. Yeah. As soon as you are able to see this small patch of this gray area in the bottom area, then you simply release the button. Okay, you simply release the button. So now subcategories, as I said, I'll be removing it. I want to focus only on the category and the market. Now in category, I select only furniture. Okay, you see the size of this first sheet and the second sheet. I have selected furniture. Now I click office supplies also. So now you can able to see that the sheet one is the size of the sheet one is getting decreased and the size of the sheet two is getting increased. Now if I select all, you are able to see that the sheet two, the bottom sheet is occupying more area compared to the upper sheet. Yeah. So this is what we are having the flexibility with this vertical container. Yeah, the same thing we can also create a horizontal container. So instead of having this top and bottom area, the sheet, we can go for the left hand side and right hand side sheet. Okay, but here the advantage of this vertical or horizontal container is that the size of the sheet or say the size of this chart, it changes based on how much it has to show us. Okay. So here in market, I've selected Africa, then I select Asia Pacific. So now you can see that the sheet two, the size of the sheet two is increasing. Now I select Europe, now Latin America, and finally I select all. Yeah. So now the sheet two size is more compared to the sheet one size. Yeah. So this is how we can use this vertical and horizontal thing. Yeah. I hope that I was able to do this thing. Where is that standard option? Standard of
To avoid the scroll down, where is the standard option you have selected?
here. You can see my pointer on the top. Here we are having this option: standard, fit width, fit height, and entire view. Yeah? So this is where we can change the things. Yeah. So just go for the entire view, and then you are able to see everything. Okay. Great. So this is all about our dashboard. Yeah. Now, the last topic for today, that is the stories. Yeah. So to create the stories, we have to click this button on the right hand side over here below. Yeah, where we so when we put our pointer over here, it is showing us new story. Yeah, after the dashboard button, new dashboard button, we are having the new story button. So we click below new story. Yeah. Extension and export, I think definitely you can definitely we can go further, but currently you can export the things, okay, from dashboard to another areas also. And extension, definitely I have to check again. Yeah, but I've given you most of the options which are there in this dashboard. Yeah. Now coming to the last part, that is stories. Now normally why we use this story? Okay, so stories is like one kind of a presentation. So here we are able to, we have created this dashboard 1, dashboard 2, dashboard 3, and then these different charts that we are having over here. Now whenever we want to present something to our top management or to our colleagues, then normally we use the PowerPoint presentation. Yeah. So instead of this, we can here, Tableau has given this option of the creating a story. Yeah. So here, just hold on. I will just close my window. Just give me an option. Okay, so as I was saying that when we want to present our analysis to the top management or our colleagues, then we use this concept of story. Now here in this story, we are having the, this is our blank sheet, and on the left hand side, we are having all the charts, plus we are also having the dashboard over here. Yeah. So now if you want to create a story, then definitely our story will be based on all these charts and the dashboard only. It will not be something different. So what we can do, say for example, if I want to show something related to the Gantt chart, then I can just drag this Gantt chart over here. Yeah, just drag the Gantt chart and put it over here in the center. So this is my, you can say story 1. Yeah. So this is my first page, you can say, first slide, you can say. Then if I want to create another slide, then you go to the story again on the top. Yeah, on the top, we are having these different tabs. So you click on story, or you can also do one thing, you can, in the story point. Yeah, here on the left hand side, we are having this new story point. Yeah, you don't go to the story, you go to this new story point, and here we are having blank and duplicate. Yeah, So if you want to keep the same thing in another slide also, then definitely we can go for the duplicate, but we want to go for a blank one, another one. So we click on blank, yeah, over here in this new story point on the left hand side. So we create blank. So now this is our second page. Here we can also track the dashboard simply. Yeah, we put the dashboard over here. So this is our second page. Again, we click on blank. Then we say, for example, we put this waterfall chart over here. Yeah, just I'm giving you an example. So this is our waterfall chart. So likewise, you can add this number of pages. Okay, currently we are having 3 pages. We again go for blank, and now we can put the dashboard 2 over here. Yeah, this is our dashboard 2. Okay, now one important point over here. As I've shown you in this dashboard, yeah, in this dashboard, if I click on furniture only in the category, if I select furniture only, and in the market, if I select Africa, say for example, yeah. So I've done some changes in the dashboard. I've selected furniture in the category and Africa in the market. Now, if I go to those individual sheets, yeah, individual sheets. Now here in this first sheet, that is sales versus profit, again, it is showing me the same thing, furniture in the category and Africa in the market area. So that is what I told you earlier, that whenever we are doing any changes in the individual sheets, that gets reflected in the dashboard, and whatever we do the changes in the dashboard, that gets reflected in the individual sheets. Yeah, this is there. Now, if I go to the story 1, yeah, story 1, and if I go to this our dashboard where we have selected this first dashboard, yeah, we have selected this first dashboard. You can see that here also in the category furniture is selected, and in the market Africa is selected. So whatever the changes we do in the dashboard also, that gets reflected in the story. Yeah, that gets reflected in the story. Now let us do reverse. Now in story, yeah, currently we are in the story area and we are in this dashboard 1. Now we have selected furniture. Now we select office supplies also over here. Yeah, office supplies. So as soon as we select office supplies, definitely now we are getting the data for both furniture and office supplies in our story. And here also we are getting the same thing, furniture and office supplies. Now let us go back to the original dashboard. Yeah, if we go back to the original dashboard, here, if you see the category, here it is only showing furniture. It is not showing this office supply selected. If we go to the individual sheet also, in the individual sheet also, only the furniture category selected, not also office supplies. Yeah, office supplies category is not selected. So this is the difference, that whenever we do any changes in the story, yeah, we play with this filter that does not get reflected on the dashboard that we have selected or on the individual sheets. Yeah. But when we do any changes in the individual sheets or dashboard, that's definitely gets reflected in the story. So in story, one way is possible, the reverse is not possible, I would say. But in case of dashboard and the individual sheets, 2 ways is possible. Yeah. And dashboard is also connected with story. So dashboard, if we do any changes in the dashboard, then definitely the story also gets connected, or say it also gets changed. Yeah. So this is what is the difference between the dashboard and the stories. Yeah. I hope that is clear. Now here on the top, where we are having this add a caption. So here we can give the name, double click on it. And then here we can give this is our Gantt chart. So I can write down Gantt chart over here. Yeah, just to give me an idea that, okay, what is there over here. I can write down dashboard 1 or any other name. Yeah, this is our waterfall chart. Yeah, and this is our dashboard 2. Yeah, and now if I want to see everything in the presentation mode, yeah, I've created these 4 sheets, 4 slides, you can see. And if I want to show it in the presentation mode, then above, just above this sheet, we are having this presentation mode. So I click on it. Yeah, I click on it, and now I'm having the bigger area, and now I can show everything over here. Yeah. So this is my presentation mode. Yeah, I can click on escape. I can come back again, and now I'm in the normal view. Okay. So this is normal about dashboard. Now, sorry, story. Now let me show you something else also. In this second sheet where we have created these stories, okay. Now here I have selected furniture and office supplies in the category. Now instead of office supplies and furniture, I select only furniture. Okay, I select only furniture. Now you can see in the dashboard 1, where this my dashboard 1 is written, above I'm having these 4 buttons. First one is delete. So if I want to delete this whole sheet, then I can delete it. Then second one is revert. Yeah, revert. If I click on revert, let me see what happens. Now revert means it will go back to the last step. So earlier, as you must have seen, that furniture and office supplies both were selected. Yeah, but then I removed the office supplies. Yeah, so it can revert. It will go back to the last step. The second one is update. If I click on update, now my filter and everything, this is now like it is getting updated. Yeah, then another option, say for example, if I change anything, yeah, and then here we are having the 4th option, that is save as new. Okay, now what is it? Now say for example, in my current sheet, this dashboard 1 sheet, I want to only show the effect of furniture and the Africa market. But here I want to also create another sheet or another story point over here, where I would like to show office supplies and Europe, say for example. Okay, office supplies and Europe. So how I can do that thing? Instead of furniture, I select office supplies over here in the category, and instead of Africa, I select Europe, say for example. Okay, Africa and Europe. Now here above, I'm selecting this 4th button over here on the dashboard 1. I'm selecting this button over here, that is save as new. Okay, so I click on save as new. Yeah, save as new. So what happens that now a 5th page has been added. Yeah, where it is showing me office supplies and Europe. Yeah, you can see that if I come back to this dashboard 1, in dashboard 1 it is showing me furniture and Africa, which was my original one. But now in this second sheet, where still I have to give the name, it is showing me the new option, that is new filter option, that is category. Here I am selected office supplies, and in market I have selected Europe. Okay, so this is how you can also create multiple charts by clicking this option. Yeah, that is this save as new over here. Yeah, so this is how you can create these kind of things. Now the last thing which is remaining, that is little bit of formatting. So if you want to do formatting in this story also, then you can go to this upper portion, the story tab. Yeah, you can go to the story tab. You can click on format. Yeah, click on format. And then here, you can give some shading. Yeah, so already you can give some light shading over here. Then the title. Title you can give. Yeah, you can give some color. You can increase the title. Yeah, so then navigator means this is your navigator. Yeah, so you can also increase the text size. Yeah, like this one. You can give some color over here for the font. Then you can also give some shading. Yeah, like this one. So this is your navigator, and then we are having, if you are creating some kind of text box over here, then definitely you can also give the font and alignment and shading and border, etc. Yeah. So these are the normal formatting which you can do it for the story also. Yeah. So I hope that I have done everything over here. Yeah. Great. So that's all from my side. And now any questions you have?
Participants, if you have any queries, you can ask now.
Hello, sir. I have questions.
Hmm?
Sir, regarding data visualization, by
Hmm.
filtering, is there any only sort by we can filter? Apart from that, any other option is there?
Apart from?
You just mentioned filter by the particular column. Is there any, how much column we can filter, sir? Is there any?
No, filtering is based on the various dimensions that you are having. So say, for example, in category, we were having 3 categories.
Okay,
So we
give
can
some
select.
examples, sir, so that easily understand.
Yeah, so that is what I'm giving you an example. Right? In category, we are having these 3 categories. So you have already seen the office supplies and the technology. So if you can select either one category, or you can select 2 categories, or you can select 3 categories. Yeah. So that is how you can do the filtering. And sometimes you can also change the size of, or say the shape of the filter. So normally, as you have seen in our case, we were putting the tick mark in the filter. Yeah. Sometimes we can also have some kind of a slider. So say, for example, if we are having some dates, yeah, if you remember that we created that date filter in that Gantt chart. Yeah, Gantt chart. So we selected the range from, that is from 1st of January 2012 to 31st of March 2012. So we created that kind of a slider. So we can also create those kind of slider, especially for dates or for year. Yeah, if we are having, say, for example, 10 years, then we can create some kind of say slider also. So filter is based on how many number of items are there in that particular category. So either so we can select 1 or 2 or 3. Yeah, we can also go for the single choice also. Yeah, say, for example, if you want to give your viewers that they are able to select only one option, yeah, instead of 2 or 3, that also we can change this the type of slicer. Yeah. Or say in the filter, we can also do it. So these are the different things which we can play with this say filters. Yeah. Now regarding one of the saving options that I think so in one of the last STTP, one of the participants said that how can we uh, select or copy the visualization and paste it in the PowerPoint. Yeah. So normally, if we are all using this Tableau Public, yeah, in Tableau Public, if we are using it, then definitely you know that we cannot save this this file, this Tableau file, on our desktop. Yeah. So we are having a public account. So there we have to log in, and there we have to save this thing. Now there are some steps which are there for copying the file. So what I recommend that last time I have given some links for some of the videos that how you can copy that visualization onto your PowerPoint. So maybe I'll again send those links to the coordinator, and they will share it on your say on the WhatsApp group. So you can also do that copying, but if you are using the desktop version, yeah, the Tableau desktop version, but normally we have seen that desktop version is not free of free of cost. You can use it for a trial period of 14 days. So there in desktop version, if you are using it, then definitely you can save it and you can copy the visualization. But in public, there are some steps which are available. Yeah, so I'll send you that video link, and then you can go through it and then you can copy it. Yeah?
Thank you so much for the interesting session, sir.
Yeah.
I would like to express our sincere thanks to Dr. Samir Rohadia for giving an excellent coverage in dashboards and stories. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you all, and hope to see you once again. And as I mentioned earlier, that I'm regularly conducting these Power BI workshops and Tableau workshops. So we can get connected through Facebook or LinkedIn also. And thank you, the organizing team of IFET, for allowing me to again come back with this 2 more sessions. And yeah, best wishes to all of you. And yeah, I'll just share my contact details. Just I'll share my email ID. Yeah. And I'll also